Hello everyone and happy Thanksgiving. This video I want to talk just a little bit about the potential we could be seeing of product releases from SafeMoon before the end of the year. We have a thought here from Moon Landing, one of the members of the SafeMoon community over on Twitter, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my thoughts on this as well as more. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. So Moon Landing shares right here saying SafeMoon has multiple teams, one working on Orbital Shield, one on the exchange, etc. The exchange can be released by Christmas as long as they have licenses to operate in countries. Safe don't mean fast. Fast is a recipe for failure. P.S. The exchange is probably already built. And so as far as for the exchange goes, let's go ahead and talk about that just a tad bit. First off, is as has been mentioned before, most of the work is getting compliant. It's going through the proper regulatory framework, getting the licenses, the money transmitter license, the money service business license, things of that degree. And to get those, it can be a bit time extensive. However, as it is right now, we're at the 1 year mark of what was looking to be the exchange released. So back in 2021, that is a considerable amount of time for paperwork to be pushed through. And even given the fact that we're dealing with a pandemic, I would say the chances are for something like this, it's very probable that those are already done. Now, as far as the exchange goes itself, we've already seen some past preview images of what the exchange is looking like. And they said also that about 10% of the work is that of actually building out the exchange, and that building out a cryptocurrency exchange, really, it's not that difficult. So we see lots of different exchanges that are out there. What is really going to help with the differentiating of SafeMoon's own exchange? The number one key thing would be the cryptonomics. It would be the ability to have other cryptocurrencies on this exchange and for them to also be earning these reflectionary rewards. Well, how would you do that? You take the percentage of the trading fees on the platform itself. Instead of the platform getting the biggest cut, they take a little bit down off of that and then help distribute those rewards out to the rest of the holders. So what does that mean? That means that if you were to trade Bitcoin over on the platform and you hold Bitcoin of those Bitcoin trades, it would create an opportunity where you could take some of that Bitcoin in that trade for the fees and then say, we're going to distribute that out to the wallet holders on our platform right here. That is something that definitely could be a huge driving factor for users to want and come to check out this exchange. Now, another thing too is about security. What is the pervading force right here on that of SafeMoon? With the security is the SafeMoon Orbital Shield. So we're at a circumstance right now where they just started rolling out the beta testing to a larger group of people. And with that being said, it's going to take time for the test to run through, for the feedback to come in, and then for them to roll out the updates itself. Here we are, a little bit more than 1 month left to go until the end of the year. Of anything to be released, I think the highest probability that we have right now would be, I'm looking at the SafeMoon card. So the SafeMoon Orbital Shield, I think within the next month, there is a possibility that it could be all finished up. The feedback, everything else I just mentioned. And if that is actually completed, should be like this. I'm not saying it will be, but it should be like this for that SafeMoon card, because the card was looking ready to go many months ago. And lo and behold, it got held up. Why? Because they decided to work on the SafeMoon Orbital Shield. So think of it going hand in hand, right? If you can get the SafeMoon Orbital Shield all fixed up, ready to go, boom, there you go. Now you got the card also looking like it's ready to launch. And consequently, maybe we could also see the exchange be another one. I would feel that it would probably make a little more sense that they space these things out just a little bit. That way then you can be able to have that hype build up a little bit more organically instead of just vomiting everything on your community all at once. It would make sense rolling into the new year that you have progressively new things coming out, especially when you're wanting to get feedback and just kind of, release one thing, see how things go. Okay, everything's good. Give it some time. People reacting all right. then launch the next thing. See how that goes. Because if you just launch too many things, this is going wrong, that's going wrong over here, that's going wrong over there, it's going to be a massive mess. And right now, SafeMoon is in a critical point where, yes, it still has a large community. It still has a big proactive follower base. We're seeing that predominantly over on Twitter. But outside of that, many people are still skeptical about SafeMoon, and many people feel burned off of SafeMoon. There's still an issue with the SafeMoon version 1, for example, of P-SafeMoon. We're still waiting on that to be moved over. We're still waiting on cross-chain swap. We're still waiting on the NFTs on Operation Phoenix, on the NFTs that are tied to Operation Phoenix, because they said that they were going to be doing multiple ones. There was a game previously with Minecraft, and that was part of the metaverse. That is now gone, and it sounded like they were working towards trying to do something new. And I would love to see some sort of new metaverse type thing going on. And who knows, we might see that as a partnership with some of the SafeMoon swap partners, which would make sense. Now, also keep in mind Blockbuster Tech, Don Bailey, who's heading behind that, and then we also have the Mirror Protocol. They're proactively working on their own systems for their cryptocurrencies, but they're also trying to become more ingrained with SafeMoon themselves. They just recently had actually registered their own office, which officially they get to move into the beginning of December, and that is on the same floor in the same building as SafeMoon themselves. So how well that relationship is going to be and what that could really tie into with the SafeMoon swap and other key elements there. Also, another thing to bring up is that of SafeMoon Connect. And so just kind of touching on the last little element there, we have to wait to see how this relationship between those partners plays out with SafeMoon, but it could definitely open up some doors. So with SafeMoon Connect, this opens up the doors as far as for third parties with other businesses if they want to be able to easily adopt that of crypto. And lo and behold, when you're talking about the SafeMoon card, being able to pay it conveniently, retail places, that kind of a thing, it would make sense that would fall in line right around the same time frame, or show just a little bit more evidence that, hey, we can expand out to the more traditional investors or buyers of cryptocurrency, or people that aren't familiarized with cryptocurrency. Hence the ability to onboard people with SafeMoon Connect very easily. And if you're not familiar with crypto, it's okay, right? So that's one of the main objective goals there. So as it is, what can we look for towards the end of the year? I think the highest probability at this point is SafeMoon Orbital Shield. The card, hopefully shortly thereafterwards, but rolling into the new year, I would personally expect to see something more definitive like the exchange or these other NFT lines or something with Operation Phoenix. Now, to be fair, I don't even know if Operation Phoenix is going to move forward at this point in time, because based on the evidence that I have seen, it sounds like the relationships that they had established before that showed signs of them doing stuff in Africa, with the Gambia, etc. It sounds like those bridges have been burned and that is just dead in the water. But doesn't mean that it can't be revitalized, especially if there's more credibility that's brought into play here with the team. And some of those other key elements, though, like the hydrophonic nanoparticles, that itself might not be an option anymore. My understanding is that was through a third party, and that relationship is not looking good at all. So yeah, certain elements I think are much more probable. Staking, another thing, we're still waiting on that with SafeMoon. It would be great to see if they offer staking in the near future. Maybe we could get staking before the end of the year. That would be definitely nice to see, and I don't think that would be really that hard to roll out. So let us know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. What do you feel is the most likely thing we could see before the end of the year, if anything? Or do you think that we won't see anything before the end of the year? Tell us your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I want to tell you about Webull. Webull has a special promotion right now. You could get up to 12 free stocks if you use my referral link down in the description below. You open up a Webull account, you could get 2 free fractional shares, each valued up to $300. If you deposit any amount, you could receive between 4 to 10 free fractional shares, each valued up to $3,000. And you could trade both crypto and stocks on this platform. I've been using Webull for quite a while now, and it is an option there for you. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. And again, guys, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great day. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.